Quidditch started 7-8 years ago in the US. So the Americans came up with it first. I know, really weird. English book, English movies, but the Americans thought, yeah, let's make it into sport. So they did that, and about 5 years ago it came to England. It started up in the sort of the Midlands, and then it's grown sort of ever since then. But what's now sort of happened is it all started at university, so everyone played at university. What's happened is now everyone's graduated. So about 3 years ago, 90% of the teams were university teams, all based in universities, all based there. Now it's starting to switch. I think it's now about 50% of the teams are made up of graduates. That we call them community teams. They're graduates that have moved to London, Birmingham, Manchester, that have then set up their own teams where they are. And so normally, like we've done, you get quite a good little following, because there's a lot of people that play Quidditch, and it's quite a unique thing. So everyone knows each other. Everyone goes like, oh yeah, Marcus is moving down here, he can come play for us. And it's very open and sort of caring in that way, because everywhere you go in the UK, you're probably within an hour of a Quidditch team, give or take. The best thing about it, in my head, is it's very inclusive. We have men, women, non-binary, prefer not to say, everyone. Everyone that wants to play can play, and everyone that wants to get really good at it can. So there's a sort of thing that nerds play Quidditch. But I've played rugby for 15, 16 years, and then when I went to university, I sort of found Quidditch. I didn't want to play rugby anymore because I kept hurting myself. And Quidditch was a really good, very physical, it's full contact, full like tackles, full everything like that, but it's just slightly lighter than rugby. You can have two levels. You can go and have a great time in a park with friends, which is sort of what we're doing today. It's not significantly serious, and it is great fun. Because it's a run around. It's nothing too serious. Like, I mean, we're doing what we're doing, but then also sometimes when we play tournaments, as we go to European tournaments. There's a World Cup this year in the US. So there's like sort of two levels. There's some people play it purely for fun, and it's great and it's amazing, and it gets you super fit because it's 2 hours of exercise, and it's like it's almost like sprints. It's not a marathon, it's not football, it's not rugby, it's not marathon, it's sprints. It's more like basketball or lacrosse. It's quite a small pitch, and most of the time you're just sprinting away. So it's more that sort of side of the fitness. But yeah, there's definitely two levels. Like some of the guys that we play with are phenomenal athletes. I mean, not myself included. I am not an athlete at all. But there's guys there that have been playing sports at significantly high levels for ages. We get a lot of people from football, a lot of people from rugby. We have a couple basketball players, because it's you're playing with a ball in your hands and it's a lot of sprinting. But yeah, there's a lot. It's super physical and super like high end. Like we had a guy last year who did CrossFit, loved his CrossFit, and this year is now doing professionally CrossFitting, I don't know, but does competitions with CrossFit, and so that's the sort of level that you can get up to in Quidditch. Crossover. I mean, obviously the rules are very basically the same. You have to put the quaffle through the hoop, and the hoops are, quaffle is like a slightly deflated volleyball, so it's not quite as hard, or so you can grab it like that basically. And then the bludgers, which are, I think in the movies, fly around on their own accord. In this, are dodgeballs that get thrown. So we have brooms. So obviously you couldn't have a full sort of length broom of wood, because that would be A, dangerous, and B, would hurt people. So what we basically have is we have PVC pipe that's about 2-3 feet long, with sort of rubber guards at the end. And that it's mainly used as a sort of hindrance to your running and your catching. So you have to catch mostly either one-handed or two-handed, with grabbing your sort of the broom between your legs. It also stops your running. Like you can't run as fast in a straight line with the broom between your legs. So it stops people like me to an extent. The rugby players who just run straight in a straight line and put the ball through the hoop. it sort of slows that down a little bit. So that's sort of another big change between the movies. Snitch is my favourite part, because the Snitch is a person. A person with like, so it's like tag rugby, you know you have tag rugby things, they have one behind them, and you have to try and grab that. Great fun. And the Snitches are normally volunteers, so it's normally people that are playing in another match or playing. So I've been the Snitch on occasion. I love it. It's great fun. And you have to catch the Snitch, and that's how the game finishes. But in the movies, it's 130 points to catch the Snitch, and it's 10 points for goal. That wouldn't work in a sort of a normal game. It's 130 points. It's just ridiculous. But it's 30 points, so it's 3 goals. So what you sometimes have is we call it swim. So it's Snitch within range. Because if you are, say, you're winning 60-30. And the other team catches the Snitch, you draw and you do overtime. The worst one is where you're 20 up, so you're 2 goals up, you're winning, but then they catch the Snitch because they win overall. So it's intense. The Snitch comes on at about 18 minutes, so you play the whole 18 minutes, and the Snitch comes at 80 minutes. And if you are close, it is intense because you're trying to score, you're trying to catch the Snitch. There's blood just flying everywhere. It's incredible, and then when someone catches the Snitch, you have to hold your breath a little bit because they have to make sure that the catch is good, because there's a lot of rules around catching a Snitch. You can't hold him down and then just take the thing off. You sort of can't do that. So like all the refs do a little huddle. They think about it, they go, yeah, it's good, and then they blow the whistle saying either catch is good or catch is no good. And those like 5 seconds where they're deciding is intense. We don't have houses, we just have teams, but the team rivalries are ridiculous. So like our team, London Quidditch Club, has a massive rivalry with the other London team, which is called the Werewolves, and that's probably the biggest rivalry we have, because we're sort of the 2 best teams. They have 2 teams now, we have 2 teams, and it's a big, massive one. It's like it's Man City and Man U. It's exactly the thing. So it's that's the biggest rivalries. There's little inter-rivalries as well. So there's a little bit of Draco Malfoys and Potters in it, like that you see on the pitch. It's quite entertaining. Like there'll be people that throw the bludger a little bit hard because they don't particularly like that person. So much love. Like everyone loves each other. So. Like, some of my best friends, my girlfriend plays Quidditch, she used to play in Munich, she used to play in Germany. I met her through Quidditch in Germany. We did a tour in Germany. She's now moved to London and is now playing for us. So I met her through Quidditch. I met a lot of my friends through Quidditch. The 2 guys that I live with at the moment, well, one of the guys I live with at the moment plays for our team. So you get a lot of friendships out of it, and it's not its usual friendships, but you're sharing something so lovely and so passionate. You're so passionate about it. It's a very nice community.